If you're thinking of wearing your hair natural, you may want to listen to this. A new study reveals that women who decide to embrace their natural hair really can face bias. Yeah, the Perception Institute conducted a good hair study, which showed photos of black women with both natural and smooth hair. Now, the study found that a majority of people, regardless of race and gender, held some bias towards women of color based on their hair. The strongest bias of natural hair came from white women, who said that it was less sexy and less attractive. However, white women who were around naturalistas came off as less biased. Ladies, what do you think of this study? This is really interesting.
This is gross.
It is interesting.
I mean, like, but are we really talking about this?
No, it's
your
true.
opinion on someone's hair, especially when it's what God put on your head?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it grows straight out of their scalp.
No, but
I
unfortunately,
personally
it's true.
think that everyone should have at least 50 different wigs like myself. So this way, depending on what type of people you're going to be around, I'm going to be around my naturalistas, let me pull out my yaki straight. Oh, I'm going to be around the little people that's offended by my hair, let me go with that little
But
Dubai.
how nuts is that somebody would even be
because people-
offended by your hair?
People are like that. People feel like, oh my God, he has dreadlocks. It must be something wrong about him. Oh my God, she has this afro thing going on. What's that thing about? But there's nothing you can do. This is the hair that God put to grow out of my head.
Right.
Who are you to tell me that it's not sexy enough for you?
How do you feel?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, see,
Actually,
I personally am going through this, and I went through it.
What do you mean?
On Sister, my sister and I started out with naturally curly hair for like the first 3 seasons. And I didn't realize anything was wrong with my hair until I got older.
Because there wasn't anything
There was nothing wrong with it.
Right?
It was
right?
bomb. It
I
was
know.
gorgeous.
But in the business, if I'm honest, after I passed a certain age, curly hair was just cute. It wasn't sexy. And then, see, there goes my curly-headed boy. But then, so when I would do photo shoots, movies, or commercials, you guys, literally the hairstylists wouldn't know what to do with it. Some hairstylists were even afraid to put their fingers in my head.
What?
I know, and so you can imagine growing up as, a young woman coming into her own, feeling that, and it somewhat gives you, low self-esteem. So for a while, my sister and I wore our hair straight because we thought, it was
And how much
sexier.
damage did your hair
and that's
get?
the reason why, you guys,
Protective styling.
Yes, I'm not afraid to say it. I wear lots of wigs because I have learned that when you straighten it too much, your hair actually gets damaged. And the one thing that I love about having natural curly hair is that I can wear it straight, I can wear it curly. There's so many different styles, but when I wear it straight, it's because I want to wear it straight.
Right.
It's not because someone says, "Oh,
That
you
looks
look
better."
you look
Yeah, it's
sexier
just
that
that
way."
you choose to try various different styles, but it's
Yeah.
not because somebody said it doesn't look good.
Well, when I worked in corporate America, when I first started, I used to wear my hair natural. I would just, I wasn't into wigs and weaves and stuff like that. And you're right, Tamara. White women around me would want to put their fingers in my hair because my hair, I got hair like God up under here. It's that strong hair.
She was saying they didn't want to because they were afraid of
Yes, they were
styling it.
afraid.
You're saying
There
they
are
wanted
people.
to.
They were
God,
interested.
I
Yeah, and it was like, it's like invading your personal space.
Yeah.
So that made me go, am I different? And they would treat me a little different because you have to realize I had to study up on my hair. And what I realized is that back in the 70s, when you wore an afro, that looked like it was power, and like you were rebellious. And so some of that kind of teetered off into that type of thinking when I was working in corporate America. But once people got to know me, this study is very, very interesting because once the women really got to know me, they didn't look at my hair. That's just Lottie and her hair.
I'm
you
not
know?
my hair.
Yeah, I am
my
not
hair.
my hair. But
I love that. I am not.
it's interesting today because now it's like we wear this as protective because we're under these lights so much. And we travel, we have stresses, all kind of stuff. You got heat. I want to keep my hair.
Me
so like on
too.
the weekends, I take this off and I'm like, hey, I'm natural, Lonnie. And it feels really good and free and nothing is wrong with it. We just got to get over hair with black women.